Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Alana. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like down below and drop me a comment. I would love to have a little chat with you in my comments or on Twitter if you would like to follow me on there. In today's video, I'm going to be filming my everyday go-to makeup look, which may or may not be what I have on my face right now. You'll have to watch the video to find out. If you would like to see my go-to everyday makeup look, then just keep watching. So as you can see, I already have my eyebrows done with concealer underneath them to tidy them up and to set my eyelids. Yeah, I always feel super weird jumping into videos before I've filmed an intro, but we're just going to jump straight into it. So I'm going to be taking the Ordinary foundation. Mine is in the shade 1.0 NS. I do feel like I could do with a shade darker at this. I usually take around 2 pumps and it will do my entire face and also my neck or wherever. If I have my chest out, I'll also go all the way down to my chest, just so in pictures you don't see like different textures on your like neck or chest or anything, because it always looks super weird. Just spread this around my face. I've already primed as well. I used the Benefit Professional in my T-zone and then the Barry Flawless Brightening Primer wherever I didn't apply the Professional. I'm just taking a Real Techniques buffing brush and I'm just going to buff that all into my skin. My brushes seriously need a good cleaning. Now I'm just going to take my damp Real Techniques sponge and I'm just going to bounce that all into my skin and take off any excess foundation left on top of my skin. I look super bold because my hair is tied up so tightly. It really needed washing. So I just tied it up because I have got a driving lesson later. So as you can see, that foundation is super full coverage. It just helps to even out all of my complexion and make me look flawless, if you do say so myself. Now I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 5. And I'm just going to take a slightly smaller Real Techniques sponge. I'm just going to blend that all in. Now I'm just going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade Translucent to settle that in place, make sure nothing moves, and so that I don't get creases under my eyes. One thing I always do before I powder under my eyes and my eyelids, I just make sure I pat out all of the creases and get off any excess product, just so that the powder sits seamlessly on top to just soak in and set it exactly how I like it. There's nothing worse than going to set your face and then you realise, oh, I've just set a crease. Because if we can avoid them creases, we're gonna avoid them. Let's just jump to the other side. And as I just shown, I usually with the excess powder on the brush will just do it down the sides of my brows and in the middle of my brows, because that's harder to reach with my big fluffy brush. And now I am going to go back in with my big fluffy brush and I'm going to set the rest of my face. Yeah, please just try and ignore my brows today. They are an absolute shambles. They basically had an argument with me and was like, yeah, screw you, you ain't looking good today. Luckily I do only have my driving lesson though, so I'm not really too bothered. I would say I do my makeup maybe 4 out of 7 times a week, so not every day. I'd say that's like a fair balance. You got to allow your skin to breathe a little bit, you know. And then just with this brush, as I do pack on quite a lot of powder under my eyes and on top of my eyelids too, I will just dust that away with a big brush. And there we go. Little tip for when you apply powder: pat, don't rub, because you'll just rub away any foundation that you've applied. So just pat, and because you want to press it into the skin. Now that that's all done, I'm just gonna quickly have a sip of me tea, because believe you me, my throat has been so dry lately. And I love a good cuppa. So next up, I'm taking my Nip and Fab contour palette in the shade Light. And on my extra large fan brush, I'm going to take... I just dropped my brush. I'm just going to take this shade here as a bronzing shade. I don't pack too much on the brush because I don't like to put too much product on all at once. This product's like pigmented, but sort of not at the same time. Don't know if that makes any sense, but it sort of does in my head. But I am a tad bit bonkers, so. But I feel like all the best people are, you know? I feel like bronzer, no matter what, it always looks quite harsh, but the second you put your blusher on and your highlighter, it all kind of like melts into each other kind of thing, and it always looks better when it's all done. I always turn my head to the side when I apply bronzer, because like when you're looking forward, like who looks forward and does bronzer? Because that's just like difficult for me. And then with the excess on the brush, I'm just going to do the tip of my nose, slightly, not too much, just to add some colour to the midpoint of my face, because I feel like if I don't do it, the midpoint of my face just looks so out of place. Taking the rest on my chin, jaw area, just going to tap back in, do my forehead. As I've said multiple times, I actually quite like a very bronzed forehead. I feel like a fan brush helps you apply bronzer so much more easily. I wish I could speak. And that's it for bronzer. Still with the Nip and Fab palette, I take this middle shade here, which I think is more of a contour shade, but it's way too dark for me to use as a contour, so I decided to use it as a crease colour. So for my everyday look, instead of doing eyeshadow, I literally just take that brown shade and run it through my crease and a little bit higher, just to add something back into my eyes, basically. Give them a little bit of shape and definition. So that honestly takes about 30 seconds to a minute, and I feel like it genuinely just makes all the difference. I feel like it makes it look like you've put in more effort, even though you really haven't. Now I'm taking my Max Factor blush in the shade Lovely Pink, and obviously I'm going to apply that to my cheeks. Give myself a little smile in the mirror. I really don't like to apply too much blush. I just like a subtle flush of colour to the cheeks, you know? Make me look nice and healthy. Just taking the Soph X highlighter palette with Revolution. I'm just going to take this end shade here. Highlighter is genuinely my favourite part. I feel like highlighter gets me all excited, you know? I feel like it just brings your look together. Is it just me that when a look just all comes together, you genuinely get a little bit giddy and a bit excited? I mean, come on. Just... This palette's £8, like I don't know how much I could stress it. If you don't have this palette, go and get it, mate. It has literally got a shade for every Tom, Dick and Harry, and as you can see, it is blinding. A little bit on my chin too today because I really want to glow. Why the hell not? And still with the Soph X palette, I'm just going to take this shade here and I'm going to use that as my shimmery bronzer. You really don't need a lot. It just makes you look super healthy and super glowy, and it doesn't really add too much colour, which I really do like. Must say, people with darker skin tones, I bet that these two would look stunning as highlighters. And then I'm just going to take this white shade here and I'm going to apply that to my brow bones, my inner corners of my eyes and my cupid's bow. So pretty and blinding. So like I said, I do have a driving lesson later and it's absolutely chucking it down. And I genuinely hate driving in the rain. It sucks. That palette just completes my life, if I'm honest. I mean, a bit extreme because it's a highlighter palette, but you know, and it just does everything. I flipping love it. One more sip of me tea. And now just to finish off, the bit that I really can't talk whilst doing is mascara and eyebrow gel. My daughter's just woke up, so if you hear a little bit of noise in the background, I do apologise, but she is a baby and she will be as loud as she likes. So for mascara, I'm taking the Revlon Dramatic Definition mascara. Yeah, really can't talk through this, guys. In the meantime, you can enjoy some of my sexy faces. So that's mascara, and now for eyebrow gel, I'm going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara in the shade Espresso. So now I'm just going to go and get an earbud or a Q-tip, I don't know what you guys prefer to call them. And yeah, I'm just going to clean up any excess mascara and any excess tinted brow gel, and I shall be straight back. So now we're looking a bit more cleaned up. I'm just going to set my face with the Iconic London Prep Set and Glow Spray. I have the light one, I think. It's the lightest one of the two anyway. I'm just going to shake her up and watch the magic. And yeah, I'm just going to spray that all over my face. As always, I've probably sprayed far too much, but it just feels so goddamn nice and I really love the smell of it too. I prefer that setting spray because it adds a little bit of like dewiness back into my skin, which I really appreciate. And I'm not going to be applying a lipstick today, I'm just going to apply some lip balm as my lips are really dry and I do only have a driving lesson anyway. And this is the finished look, guys. So this is literally my everyday go-to look. Yeah, if I just need to run out, this is what I will put on. If I can be bothered. If I can't be bothered to do makeup, I'm either an all or nothing person. I'm either going to go out, full face, full beat, done. The only thing I most of the time can't be bothered to do is eyeshadow. But yeah, I'm all or nothing. I'm either face full of makeup or absolutely no makeup at all. So yeah, I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you do like the look also. If there is any questions that you have for me, leave them in the comment section down below or follow me on Twitter and DM me and I'll be happy to answer them and have a little chat with you. If there's any other videos that you guys would like me to film, please let me know and I'll jump straight on that for you. As always, I really do hope that you enjoyed today's video. That's everything I have for you today. I shall see you in the next one. Bye!
We gon' be alright. Must have been to 11 when the world ended. At least it felt like it at the time. Teenage